Hey everyone, how's it going? Want some people on? We'll get started. Another sunny day in Wales. Apart from the first day I was here, it was raining quite a lot. Hasn't rained since, so it's been really good. been seeing how the Welsh handle the heat. So it's been interesting. This is like a mild day for what I'm used to, but people are burning over here, getting sunburned. It's interesting to see when that happens. Oh, geez. Been busy though. I've got a heap of messages I've got to catch up on. Sorry if I've been neglecting some messages. I've been really busy here, doing some stuff, doing a lot of stuff online away from Facebook. So I'm not even seeing Messenger or anything like that, but I haven't really gone through some messages, so I have to go through quite a few. So I will be doing that either this evening, my time, or in the morning. I've got a whole day of work planned, so that'll be fun. I don't mind it. Can't wait till I get really busy, if you know what I mean. What we'll talk about tonight is we've gone over quite a few things over the last few days with where I want to take Bitcoin Ascension and you know what Bitcoin Ascension is all about, which is important, and things like that, and how we are a family, and for the most part everyone's been really good with that. We've had a few naysayers or a few people doubting. This is because in past programs people have tried. Anytime there's been a hiccup or a delay in a program, it's usually crashed and burned, or people have just given up and walked away. Even if the program gets back on its feet, it's never the same again. Where Bitcoin Ascension is going to be different is, well, it's not going to crash and burn. It's going to get back on it. You know, it's going to get back to where it was. As I said, people are still joining and everything, so that's not an issue. We just want it all working so everyone's getting paid. That's important. Even though that's not what we're all about, it's obviously, we want to make some money as well. So, as I said, I'm waiting as much as everyone else is. So, it's just the way it is. I don't get paid either. So, it's in my best interest to get it all up and running, but I can only do so much. Want to talk about the programmer a little bit. I don't pay this programmer, and I did talk about this last night, how when I can afford it, I'll be getting a full-time programmer. I remember Terry Mins put up a post. I've had it deleted because it was causing some issues. I love his intention and everything. Terry Mins, thank you very much for the post in terms of the for what it was intended. They wanted to band together, and this is what Bitcoin Ascension is all about. This is where we're banding together to be able to help people around the world. So Terry Mins was doing that post was to, and if people didn't see it, it was basically saying, hey, do we all want to chip in so we can get a full-time programmer? In this instance, it wouldn't work, and I'll tell you why. But same issue, I don't expect members to pay for the programmer. That's something that is Tom and my problem, and no one else's. Members aren't expected to pay for the program to be run, if you know what I mean. That's not how it's supposed to work. It's like if you're going into a mining program or something, and they expect you to actually pay for the gear instead of just buying the electricity. So no, I don't expect anyone to pitch in for that. People are pitching in for the co-op, which is great. And they have each time that we've run one co-op very successfully, and we want to launch it. We will launch another one once we relaunch, and that's why we're collecting money for that. So when we do, we can buy all the clicks and go gangbusters on that and get a great result like we did last time. I think paid advertising is very important for any business, organisation, charity, no matter what it is. Paid advertising works. Simple as that. And that's what we'll be doing. So if you want to help out money-wise, the co-op, because it's going to help you. The reason, even if someone came forward and says, look, I'll give you $100,000, go find a programmer, I'd have to first vet a programmer that I knew could do the work, and then I'd have to get all the information over to him. Then he's going to have to sort it out himself, and then redo the whole thing. That'll take even more time, even with a full-time programmer, and so that's why it won't really work in this case. So, but once we've got it up and running, and everything's running smoothly, then I can look at vetting programmers while I'm building up funds. Tom and I are building up funds so we can get a full-time programmer, or our existing programmer have him work more for us full-time than all over the place like he has to right now. He's just like admin in the sense he doesn't get paid. He does this because he can and he wants to, and he's going as fast as he can. I didn't know any other programmers at the time that had the time to do it. We'll talk to one friend he's a very, very good programmer. I could not afford him. He's that good. And I asked him if he could have a look at a few things for me in the past when we were having that glitch problem. And he said, mate, I'd love to, but I'm basically working, 20 hours a day as it is. Otherwise he would have. But that's the problem. Programmers are high in demand, like they're needed, and all over the place. So, and the good ones, the really good ones, cost the earth. They really, really do. But they're worth it. They're worth it for what they do. So I'm not saying they're trying to outprice themselves or anything, but even if my friend didn't have time, he really didn't have time. Otherwise, he would have jumped straight in, and he felt bad for it. So, and I said, don't worry about it. It's okay. I'd rather you were working and earning yourself than anything else. But so thanks Terry Mins for the post, but I had it deleted basically because people were a bit worried that they had to put up money for a programmer. They were misreading it or not understanding it. And I'm just letting you know, no, we're not looking for everyone to put up money for a new programmer or a full-time programmer, put it that way. Not a new one, but a full-time one. That's not something that's your responsibility, that's mine and Tom's. So, and we will get that done. But as I said, you don't want to change horses midstream right now because that would stuff everything up, slow everything down even further. And we don't want to slow it down, we want it resolved and fixed. So everything's done. The good news is the software script we're using now, there hasn't been any glitches, there haven't been any problems. So it's just getting them all over there and making sure and rechecking and making sure everything works with everything and with the cosmetic changes to keep it the same as what we've had before, so everyone's familiar with the back office and everything like that. Doing it so we're making sure, because we have to change some coding, obviously. We've got to make sure it doesn't clash with other coding. I'm not a coder myself, so I'm not real sure how that works, but I do understand basic programming, and I know you can put a comma in the wrong spot, in a line of thing, and it'll really screw up some other line of code, and the whole thing won't work. So it's a very tricky job, and my hat's off to any programmer that can read code and do code like that. That's very, very. I'd love to be able to do it. Actually, I might actually look into becoming a little, part-time dabbler in coding, because it looks very interesting to me, and I love numbers and things like that, and logic. So that's what's happening. So I just don't want anyone to be worried about having to put up for that. If you can put up for the co-op, great, but I don't expect you to pay for a programmer. So we're hoping with the relaunch, and I think with the viral capacity that I think we will reach, especially when they start seeing payments and everything like that, and saying, hey, look at us, this is what we're earning here. We've been around 6 months, which is good for a lot of people. That they see something that's still going after 6 months, then they actually get interested. They usually hang back because it's just another program, without even realising what we're all about. So a lot of people will be holding back right now, saying, oh well, I'll wait to see if it relaunches, because in times past, programs haven't relaunched. They're going to relaunch, their intentions are good, but they just don't do it. And others say they're going to relaunch and just they pack up and leave you hanging high and dry, which is what I don't want to do. Put it this way, if I was going to do something like that, I wouldn't be doing a live every night. Put it that way. So, and I think someone made mention that I might have gone to Wales to run away from it, and no, I'd be running towards trouble there. There's more UK members in Bitcoin Ascension than there is Australian, and it's not hard to find me anyway. It's even over here. And I think Terry Phillips would probably kick my backside from here to next week if I tried to rip anyone off anyway. She's got too much moral character to let me get away with something like that. So, and I'd never do something like that anyway. My reputation is everything to me in terms of being true, and I could not let down the members here. I mean, I don't know a lot of you, but I know quite a ton of you really. I've talked to so many, and and it's not hard to become a friend with someone, and hear their story, and they want to do something with their lives and everything like that. So, it's a lot of responsibility for me to make sure it's done. And as I said, I wish it was already done. But I'm not going to let you guys down. Even if I had to redo a script myself somehow, I'd do that. I will not let Bitcoin Ascension fail in any way, shape or form. So stick with me, because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to be leaving you guys, and I'm not going to let Bitcoin Ascension die. Remember, this is going to be around for many, 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 many years. So this setback right now, or this delay, is really just a drop in the ocean compared to where we're going to be, and what we're going to do, and how long we're going to be around for. So don't worry, 4, 5, 6 weeks or whatever it's going to be, that it's been and could be, which I don't think it will be, but even if it was, it's really just a drop in the ocean compared to how big it's going to be, and how long it's going to go for. And what we're all looking for is something that's just going to stick around forever, aren't we? Doesn't happen, but we can do it, because what we will be doing is ever developing Bitcoin Ascension so it grows. That's the only way a business or an organisation can grow, is if they develop themselves and grow themselves. If they rest on their laurels thinking, oh, we've done enough, we can just sit back and relax, that's when they die. People like things getting better all the time. That's why you can never start perfect. I've known people who wanted to start something perfect the first time, absolutely perfect, everything done. They've never launched, because it'll never be perfect, because there's always something new coming out, something new idea coming out, and you'll never get it totally right. What you're supposed to do is start off with something basic, which we did, which was a basic matrix. We made it a better matrix because it was automated, automatic payments, automatic upgrades, very, very simple. So it saved you guys a lot of time. And but obviously I want to evolve it from there. And and as I said, the only reason I don't tell you what's coming is because so many people are trying to copy what we're doing, and have been copying what we've been doing. Many who have tried aren't around anymore, and we still are. So really, if you there's no point trying to copy someone. I think for something to be as big as it's going to be, and as big as Bitcoin said, it has to be an original idea. Now, a matrix isn't an original idea, but what I plan to do with Bitcoin Ascension itself, outside the matrix, is original as far as I'm concerned. The way we're going to do it, not wanting to help the world. There's millions of people who want to do that, but in terms of what I'm going to be doing to be able to accomplish that, will be something that's never been done on basically where it started from a matrix and what it's going to go to. As I said, I'm not dangling the carrot, but there are people who want my ideas, and there are people in the group who are waiting for me to spill the beans so it can be done by them first. And I don't want to do that, because then you guys lose out, and that's not fair. And I don't think the work and development Tom and I have done for what we want with Bitcoin Ascension should just be taken by someone and go, oh, that's a great idea, I've got the money, I'll just do it now. And, and then take all the credit for that, because as far as I'm concerned, that's not genuine, and I don't think they're going to help the world like we're going to help the world. And it's not about being first, it's just about doing it right, because I know what we want to do, but I can't really trust if they're going to steal your ideas. I can't really trust their integrity in terms of trying to do the same thing we're going to be doing. So, or even having the capacity to be able to do that. So I think the reason Bitcoin Ascension is because I'm inspired all the time and always coming up with ideas. I'm always thinking about it, and Tom's the same. And we come up with these ideas and we research them because we're inspired. We're inspired by you. We're inspired by what Bitcoin Ascension is going to represent, and when you truly believe in something, as I said before, when you have a passion, a love for something, you you can't stop thinking about it and developing it. And I don't think anyone else should be able to just steal that idea from doing no work at all, just because they've got a bit of money in their hand and say, oh yeah, we'll do that too. And we've got the idea up and running first. It's not about being first, it's just about doing it the right way for the right reasons. And that's why I don't tell people what I'm up to. And you will understand in time. And so I don't mean to tease, and I really, really don't. I love you all very, very much, and I don't want us losing out, and I don't want the world losing out from what we can actually do by some scoundrel who wants to do it the easy way without putting the hard yards in. I don't think that's right, and I'm hoping you guys agree with that sort of thing. I mean, I'm sure there's one or two who don't because they want the ideas, but that ain't going to happen. So very exciting what's going to happen, and I can't wait to reveal everything. It'd be fantastic if I could. In a perfect world, I could. And it's unfortunately it's not a perfect world. So I'm not just protecting you guys. I'm protecting the people we want to help, and we will. So because we'll keep going. Okay, I've droned on with that long enough. I just want you to understand where I'm coming from in terms of Bitcoin Ascension. Isn't going to die at any way, shape or form. And I've loved your patience so far, and just bear with us a little longer. It's not rocket science what we're doing, but it is a bit tricky what we're doing. Only to make it easy, if I made it all fully manual and we'd have to teach you everything, it'd be fairly easy to throw one together and save me a lot of work. But I don't want it like that because I don't think it's going to help anyone at all. We've already have so many members, new members or members who've joined us since the beginning who have no idea how to use a computer too well and stuff like that. They would be totally lost and things would get ruined very, very quickly. And it only takes a few people not knowing what they're doing to screw it up, not intentionally, just to screw it up, that would stuff it up for everyone else. And we can't have that happening. So that's the way it is. Elaine showed me, she got printed up a couple of shirts, the I Am Bitcoin Ascension for our merchandise. Tom showed you the white one we did with the blue writing, and that looks fantastic. She's done a black t-shirt with the gold writing. Looks absolutely amazing. I'll see if she can put a post up about it, Elaine. If you could put a post up showing it. They're not on sale yet, but I just want you to get an idea. No company that's going to run away starts paying for merchandise to be developed and stuff like that. It's just crazy. So if Elaine could put that up, she looks good in it. She shows the front and back and everything. It's nothing overly flashy, but it looks really sharp. It looks really, really good. I'd be, and everyone should be proud to wear something like that. I know Tom's has already got gear that he's trying, he's offering to sell and send out to you. So I don't know where that post is, but one of the admin can find that and bump that up to the top as well, along with the co-op. That'd be fantastic. I think someone else donated to the co-op today, which will help. Again, every little bit goes a long, long way. It doesn't have to be a lot of money if you can't afford it. And if you can afford it, go right ahead, because the more clicks we get, with the type of funnels Tom has set up, he's set up several funnels to run them all through there, all the clicks through there. And we've been split testing the ones which do better and to get the maximum out of them. We got 24,000, I think 25,000 or something like that leads from the last lot because we paid for 5,000 clicks, but it sort of went viral from those clicks, those people who were clicking, telling other people about it and giving them the link so they could have a look themselves. So pretty exciting that happened. We want that to happen again, but we need to, it costs a bit of money for 5,000 clicks. Tom will match whatever we come up together. Now, if one man can sort of match what we can come up together, I think we should push him to the limit. Always fun, make him sweat, make his hair recede a little longer, a little more. So, love you, Tom. But it's really important, as you know, with paid advertising. No company is successful without it, and I don't want to do it overly too often. I'd rather do it from profits and everything like that. People putting some aside once they've cycled and made some money and everything. I'd rather everything came from profit. Right now, we're doing it out of pocket, and Tom is doing it out of pocket as well. But that's what you're going to do with a startup company that's going to promise so much and do so much. You got to put a few dollars in to make it work. And Tom and I have put in a lot of money into Bitcoin Ascension, and we've loved doing it. You know, we'll never regret doing what we've done. As I said, with cash prizes we've done, accounts we've given away that we've bought ourselves. It's not just we fixed them up in the back office. We actually have to pay because it's a matrix system. So it has to go to someone, you know, it doesn't go to us. You know, it's not like you can make fake accounts in there because it just won't work. So, you know, we've enjoyed spending the money in there, and we know it's well worth it because we know we're going to get it back 1,000-fold over time. Tom's still working on getting his 1,000 to 3,000 accounts this year alone, just for himself, which is fantastic. If you can do it, and I'm sure he can. When he puts his mind to something, he can usually do it. So, but with all the other people joining and everything, it's just fantastic. And I can't wait for the relaunch because we'll have competitions going, and we'll go bananas with that, and of course selling the merchandise as well. One thing I do want to mention, it's a bit of a sad note. One of our family, Arthur Schenk, he's a good bloke. I've known him for quite a few years, and he's been with us Bitcoin Ascension since near the beginning, and he's always been very supportive of us and everything like that. So many of you may not know him. He's a pretty quiet bloke. He's not in there posting all the time and everything like that, but he does. He does what he can when he can, and he's a good bloke, and I respect him a lot. Unfortunately, his older brother, I believe, passed away, and so I feel very sorry for that. As a person who's lost family himself, I've lost my sister. I lost my older sister some years ago, and it's a shock. It really is a shock when you lose, especially a brother or a sister. You know, as you get older, you know your mums and dads are going to pass on, but not usually your brothers and sisters when they're only a few years difference sometimes, or even 5 or 10 years difference. You don't see that happening. You know, it's horrible, and it hurts. And it's a very sad time for Arthur. So Arthur, from me and all the admin, and I'm sure all the members, condolences, mate. I hope, you know, you get through this stronger than ever. You know, make your brother proud. I know you must have loved him, and it must be very, very hard. And yeah, it does remind me of losing my sister, so I can understand some of the pain you're going through. Even though for everyone it's different, but the pain is there, and all of us here at Bitcoin Ascension are right behind you all the way, and we hope that you know, you hear this live or see the comments. I'm hoping people are commenting in there for Arthur, so he sees the comments and the support that you have here. If you ever need to talk, we're here. I know you need some time with your family and time alone and things like that, and that's all good. But know that we're always going to be here for you. It's, as I said, it's a very, very sad time, a very dark time when you lose a family member. And so all of us here, big hugs from us, and we're here, and you know, anytime you need us, it's, you know, that's what family does. And Arthur's a big part of this family. He's a very, very strong man and a very good man, and I can't wait to talk to him again. And I hope he gets through this with his family, and I hope the family are pulling together, his family are pulling together to see his brother off. And, you know, and I know Arthur's religious and everything, so I'm sure your brother's up in heaven smiling down on you because you do care. And you know, take heart that you know, he's obviously in a better place. Obviously, even though it's, for us, it's never fair losing someone. It doesn't seem right or doesn't seem fair at all. So, but no, they're going to a better place. That's some comfort, and that's great. But we're here for you now, and we'll always be here for you, and anyone else who has that sort of thing happen to them. Because we care. That's what Bitcoin Ascension's all about, and that's what we are as people are all about, caring about people. All right, I'm going to leave it off there, and I'll get back to you tomorrow, and I love you all very much, and Arthur, if you do listen to this, shoot me a message, and I've got to get it onto a whole heap of messages, so shoot me a message, and you know, we can have a chat if you feel up to it. I know probably right now you don't, but in a few days you may want to. and I'll still be there for a chat, and I'm sure anyone else will be. A lot of your friends are in here, and they all care and seeing the best. So it shows you what's really important in life, doesn't it? It's your family and people you love, and you never want to lose them. So, all right, I'm getting a bit upset here, so I'm going to go. I love you all very much, and I'll be back on again tomorrow, hopefully with a lot more smiles on my face. Sorry about that. We'll do it all again. And Elaine, if you can put up some pictures of the shirts and everything like that, and so people can see what we're going to be offering, and that'll be fantastic. Okay, guys, I'll catch you all again tomorrow. Bye bye.